Okay.
Black, shake his hand. I'm a Styles on these niggas. SP, go get your man. Damn, you doing him or doing me? Looks just alike. Why you mad? Cause you got it bad? And I was nice before you met polite.
Don't talk crazy or your whole city getting blown away. I'll shoot the tray. A couple of these get rid of leads quicker than Golden State. And he ain't even
Okay.
Damn.
Contender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bump my fist.
Yeah, bump my fist. You bump Vito's fist too.
I don't bump fists, man. I throw them hoes.
All right, that's cool. All right. So by the voice, y'all already know. We got Zan Slide up in the building.
Zan Slide.
We got Pickle Bobbay featuring Vito. What's up, man?
Good, y'all. Zan Slide, Super Friends, Money Gang, all that good shit. Maybe Lights Out. I don't know.
Indeed.
I'm not Kai Charisma, so I might as well be Lights Out.
You know what I mean? But anyways,
what's good, K Black? What's good?
So, what's poppin'? So, not even 10 minutes ago, your opponent for Mom
It was like
Mentality,
3 minutes ago.
Yeah, really.
yeah, that's what I said. Not even 10 minutes ago. Like, not even 10 minutes ago, your opponent for Mom Mentality backed out of the battle. How do you feel about it, man?
I'm pissed. I wanted my money.
Say it again.
I didn't even give a fuck. Like, I fuck with Yusuf. He's cool. Like, I ain't got no issues with him. I don't think he's on my level. I just wanted my money. I wanted my second half, and I wanted that kill bonus that nigga Sci-Fi was offering.
Yusuf, you robbing niggas of bags, Yusuf. That's not cool.
Nah, we not doing that.
So you was planning on following the trend of killing Yusuf?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, what else would I do? Have a close battle with him?
That's a good. This nigga thinks well. All right, man. So after this, you really have no battles lined up. Is there really anybody you would battle? Well, not would battle, but want to battle?
Anybody that comes with a good price.
Like, let's say, would you battle Kodo? Well, no, not Kodo. You already battled Kodo. That's
correct.
Right. Would you battle Feared for $50?
$50?
What?
Feared for $50 as the first half.
You just trying to disrespect? Are you serious?
What the fuck?
This nigga's on drugs.
Like, I probably would battle Feared, but the bag would have to be there because I don't really have much to say to Feared. Like, and that's not to say, like, I'm scared of him. Like, that nigga is, without a doubt, one of the best on the app. I feel like I am, too. I just don't have anything to say to the nigga. There's nothing that I look at how he moves, whether it be outside of battles or in battles. Like, yo, I don't like that. Like, for the top tiers, I feel like battling niggas like that and, like, Pujos, I would have to actually be in a mind state where it's like, nigga, I really want to talk to you. Whereas the mid tiers or like the higher mid tiers, like the Yusuf battle, or if I was booked a battle like Lockhart or Mike or KP or something, like you give me my money, I will go in there, I will try a little bit, I will do better than them because I'm better than them. But I also have issues with the way it's like, y'all niggas don't move how the top tiers do. Let me show you.
Yeah. So it's like how do you feel about I want to say the over exaggeration of the label top tier? Because there have been a lot of people that have been claimed to be top tier, but in my mind, I think that they're just not there yet. You know what I mean? It's like who do you think that is claimed to be as top tier by consensus, but just isn't there in your opinion?
See, that's a difficult one because, like, when you say consensus, there's like 3 split sides now, and every side has own.
That is true.
So it's kind of
there's
hard.
Like the Vavs, then there's like the Reddit.
Yeah, there's like Vabs Dungeon, Reddit's like in the middle of a war between Vad's Dungeon, ASAP. Like, so it's kind of difficult to say, but like they're calling Lockhart top tier. I fuck with Lockhart. I just don't think he's top tier yet. Like
that's what I said, and I said that is least disrespectful as possible.
Yeah, like to me, he just hasn't had a performance that was like, yo, this is one of them niggas right here. Like,
I feel like he's had great performances.
Yeah.
But it's just something. It's something about it.
Like I feel like if Lockhart is to be considered top tier, and again, no disrespect to Lockhart, I know he's probably gonna take this some type of way. Pause. I don't really care. I'm just trying to not have any issues because I don't give a fuck enough to argue with niggas no more. Like if he is top tier, the nigga snuck his way in there. He ain't really like niggas wasn't like, oh, you on the list. He was just kind of like, oh, I'm here to deliver the food, and he just kind of stayed in the building and didn't leave. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I feel like most, like 95% of the top tiers deserve their spot. You know what I mean?
I have a first. I don't know if my opinion, or is it just Bobby's opinion on?
Well, this is Bobby's interview that you crashing.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, like
I
didn't
know that every interview.
That's why.
Yeah, like last time I
checked,
last time I checked, Craig is in here, and like it's called 1-on-1. I didn't know it was called 3-on-2. You know what I mean?
If I knew it was an interview, I wouldn't have showed up.
Like, bro, this nigga Sauce told Yusuf not to do the battle, and now he wants to come in here and crash my interview. Like,
hey, man, you gotta control the narrative, man. What the fuck? Like, my fault.
You're good, bro. It don't matter. I'll just cut it out. But yeah, you're right. But anyways,
yeah, you right.
But anyways, like, do you have anything? Like, you don't have any battler set in your sights for future references? Like, you don't have anybody?
Nah, I don't have any specific opponents. Like I said, for me now, it's just all about a bag. Like, I did everything. I beat the nigga that's main event.
Talk about it. Talk about it again.
Shut up, Vito. I beat Discord champion of the year and actual battle rap champion of the year. I had quite possibly the best battle on the app with the 2-on-2 last year. What else do I need to do? Like,
speaking of the champion of the year, how do you feel about that triangle robbery, as some people will say, that triangle robbery of how KTO won it and you and Appa, you weren't even in the last two, and Appa felt like he was robbed. So how do you feel about that triangle that happened?
I mean, I feel like MVP. Appa was robbed. Like, like if I wanted to, I could argue a case for myself, but I genuinely just don't care enough to. Like, I told them when all that shit was going on and everybody wanted to hear me and all them debate their cases and shit, I don't care enough to debate it. Like, I listed I let my actions speak for themselves for the most part. We all know KTL doesn't really do that. Appa is very much. I don't know what Appa does half the time. Like, sometimes he be promoing, but sometimes he just let that shit talk for itself. So it just is what it is. I personally feel like Appa got robbed, and if it wasn't Appa, it should have been me. But no, that shit happened. I don't care.
How do you feel about your impact as a whole? Like, just you yourself? How do you feel about your impact to Discord Battle Rap? And do you feel like you're one of the most, like, without you, Discord Battle Rap wouldn't be what it is today?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I started the trend of trying to, like, get actual, like, and this is going to sound disrespectful, and it probably is, and it should be, like, real live battlers. Like, before that, niggas was battling fucking Don Marino and
Gwitty
and, like, a nigga battled Snake Eyes back in the day. Like Luno tried with Twerk, didn't get Twerk. I know they got Danny at one point on EBL. Oh no, that was Rome's league. Then they got him on EBL. But other than Danny,
Trez had been
like,
here one time before that, but no one remembered, and it was also versus Malik.
yeah, damn, I forgot this shit happened. But
Season
yeah,
zero
so
shit.
like I feel like that was more of them trying to get like, all right, like let's actually reach out and get like closer to top tier names and not just like niggas that will battle for a hot dog and a handshake. Pause.
And you got to remember that when Trez was here, that was when he was one of them niggas battling with Concrete Carls.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
But,
Zanslide,
the
the formation, how did it happen, bro?
So I was.
Yo, this is my.
This is Pickle Bobbay,
Fuck
bro.
up, my nigga.
This is Pickle
Like,
Bobbay.
bro, god damn. This nigga tried to clown Sauce and he over here doing the same
Like,
shit.
he over here trying to turn, like he finna turn Pickle Bobbay into Big Red, bro. Like give him his interview.
I will never ever run away from nobody, especially not. Never mind.
All right,
Anyways,
but Zanslide formation.
So I popped up in the old Reddit server. I don't even remember how the fuck I got there, but I just popped up one day, and I popped up on a day, Promised Land. This nigga was known as like Snoo Caboose or some shit. I don't remember this nigga name. There's some gay shit, but. And I heard him battle somebody, and I was like, yeah, this nigga ass. Like, I'll cook him. So we set the battle up. I cooked him, as is usual. And then V1to had hit me up after the battle, and he was talking to me. He was telling me, like, that shit was fire. Like, blah, blah, blah. And that was around the time that server was kind of, like, really getting into, like, Discord battles. They'd had, like, maybe 4 or 5 before I got there. And so we talked, and he was like, we could really set up more battles and blah, blah, blah. So like, all right, cool. And then that's when I got hit up by and had wanted to put me in like the new nigga program or some dumb shit they called it, basically their version of the PGs. I told V1to, and that's when like niggas don't really know Juice. Juice was there too. He was like me, him, and V1to were the main 3 at the beginning of Zanslide.
Shout out Juice.
We were all talking to each other. We were like trying to figure out like this Discord battle shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, niggas is doing this for fun or what? And so basically, I set me up in a new nigga program. I did that battle. And then Vampy had battled Jaffa around the same time, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
And that battle was crazy. And so, like, me, V1to, Vampy, and Juice all kind of, like, clicked up at that time. And we're just, like, cool, because we were like, yo, this nigga fire. Like, let's see what's good with him. And then, as I started, like, I did the new nigga program. I did my battle for that. And then that's kind of when we were like, fuck it, like, let's just make a group. And we all fucked with like, it was just some fun shit. Like, we didn't expect it to actually stick. We were all Calico fans. And we knew a nigga in the old Reddit server named 5am. Shout out to that nigga. Hopefully he's still alive. That nigga was doing all types of drugs. He was like 17 years old doing Xans and Percocets and shit. But his favorite pill was Xan. So he was like, fuck it. We gonna add him to the group. That nigga was one of the old Reddit battlers too. He was funny as shit. And we said, fuck it.
Niggas to God.
That nigga wouldn't say shit, but he was saying niggas to God. Like, that shit was funny. That nigga answered the phone in the middle of the battle. The nigga hung the phone up, threw the phone at the wall. You heard that bitch hit the wall, and he goes, my bad, that was the plug calling. He said, what? Like, that shit didn't really mean nothing, but it sounded crazy. So we, in his honor, because that nigga was the funniest nigga in the old Reddit server, we named his Zanslide, and that shit just kind of stuck.
And with with Zanslide, there's been a lot of things that have happened so far. There's been NDR, and if you have watched the Chuck interview, which I doubt you did, Chuck was talking about how NDR is the best in the at the Discord battle rap landscape at the moment. How do you feel about that comment?
I mean, he's supposed to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I gonna do? Come up here and be like, no, I agree. NDR is the greatest. Bow down. Like, no. Like, and I would keep it real if I felt that way, but at the same time, I don't. But I feel like that's because, like, you can't ask somebody in the group, like in a group, who do you think is the best group right now? If you don't say your group, regardless of whether you actually feel that way or not, you look dumb. Like it. Besides, like it's just gonna lead to bias. So obviously, I'm gonna say, nah, he wrong. Zanslide the best group, but I also kind of see his point of view. Like Zanslide as a group hasn't really. It's just been kind of me for the most part. V1to pops up once in a blue moon, whether it be V1to or Panic. Vampy has like a battle a year. So I get it. As a whole, I feel like we've done more for Discord battle rap because we've been here longer. But I don't know. I don't really care about shit like that, to be honest, though. Like, I see both sides.
Yeah, I understand. Speaking of Vampy, like, do you think Vampy like really has the potential to like be up there? Because I've heard people say like Vampy has potential, like Vampy can, like he just needs to fix up a couple. Like, how do you feel about those comments? Like, do you think he has potential to really be like high mid tier?
If he could rap, he could deliver his shit. That nigga's up there.
Mm-hmm.
His pen to me is like crazy. Like, not on no, like he's QP level or whatever, but that nigga's bars are just. He's always a level ahead compared to everybody else, at least to me. But again, that might also be the bias talking. Like some of the shit this nigga has in his hot take round. It's come like, why the fuck has nobody said this shit to anybody named remotely anything close to this? Like the niggas thinking of bars that I wish I could come up with 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know if that's me being biased, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, I think Vampy could definitely. I think Vampy has potential.
I'm like, bro, gun so big, the government looking for it. What that mean? The Iron Giant. Like, what? That shit crazy.
Yeah. To close it off, I'm going to say a controversial question. Are people going to care? No. What do you want? What are you talking about? I'm just asking a question.
That nigga start. What do you know? I'm with the ball. This nigga talking like he rapping a ski mask verse. Like, just that's the question.
Jesus.
You know what? Chilla Jones 1-0. This nigga keep disrespecting me.
Yeah,
but anyway,
you didn't
Lie
say that
again.
earlier in the interview, nigga. Like,
Oh my goodness.
sucker.
So name 3 people that you think are straight up dog shit. That's not Kai Charisma. Because we
$1 question.
like you think like, and they can't be just low tiers. Like they have to be like up there, like high, top tier.
All right, the nigga that battled SK last. The nigga that lost to Wu 5 in a face off.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And what's the nigga that said that you said couldn't come on the show? That nigga. And number 4, the nigga that's banned from the Super Frog podcast.
So
also, before we close it out, shout out Super Frog podcast. Shout out Egypt, man.
Yeah, shout out
to that
Super
nigga.
Podcast,
He
man.
does a majority of the work on that shit. I just show up for the interviews most of the time.
Indeed.
So salute to him. That nigga do not get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, man. Father Egypt Super Podcast is crazy, man. Y'all go check that out. I will be putting the link in the description
fire.
because I'm a nice guy.
No, you won't.
Say on God I won't. Like, I'm really gonna put the link in the description. Like, I need to start testing my niceness, nigga. But anyway, that's it, man. That's been Pickle Bobbay, featuring V1to and shit. I don't know why the fuck Sauce is here.
Neither do I.
Kareem is chilling.
I fucking hate it here.
You know, I'll let V1to say contender since he wants to say it every single time I open the shit. So you got it.
You got it.
No, I got it. Finally, like, so when I want you to, all right, that's cool.
Bobby.
Contender. Oh.
Bobby, thank you.
That was fire.